Is the screen visible, everyone? Paint screen visible? Hello. Let's go ahead. Now today is our topic called percentage. Percentage is quite easy topic. Now, percentage, this topic is quite easy. Am I audible, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Now see, the basic question is, what is percent? So percent is made up of two words, per plus cent. Cent is a Greek word for 100. So it is per 100. Is it okay? Now, when I say someone has scored X percent marks, it means X out of 100. X out of 100. If my total marks is 100, he has scored X percent. And vice versa, it can be changed. If we have X upon 100, it is said as X percent. Example, let's say a person has scored 72% marks. 72% marks. So what I will write? I will write he has scored 72 out of 100. That means 72 marks out of 100. But the same gets converted if somebody says that the total marks is of only 50. So what I get now is 72 upon 100 multiplied by 50. So this goes 51s are, 52s are, and then 36. So 36 is now your 72% of how much? 50. Are you getting it, guys? Okay. Now see, some of the basic questions which will be: find 48% of 720. Find 48% of 720. Okay. Now there are many methods to do it. First, you can go with our traditional method, and that is 48 upon 100 multiplied by 720. And you will get a feel 0, 48 into 72. Now for 48 into 72, you already know the shortcut how to do it, and that's it. That is 8 to the 16, carry forward is 1, cross multiply, 4 to the 8 plus 1 9, and 7 8 ja 56. 56 plus 9 is 65, carry forward 6, and then 7 4 ja 28, and 6 34. So it is giving you 3 4 5 6, that I will write over here, 3 4 5 6 upon 10, and that will give me a decimal. So 48% of this is how much? 345.6. Is it clear, guys? Similarly, a little bit of, and it says find 48% of the number whose 64% is equal to 480. That means there is a number whose 64% is 480. You have to find 48% of that number. So a traditional approach will be something like this. Okay, we take the number as x. X into 64% is equal to how much? 480. This will give you a x, and that x is equal to 480 into 100 by 64. Now you have to find 48% of that number x. So that is 48 by 100 multiplied by this x, yani ke 480 into 100 divided by 64. 100 goes off. Now 8 6 ja 8 8 ja, again 8 60 ja. So your number is 48%. What it will become? It will become 360. Now a shortcut for this, please go through. This is what? This is just like 4 chocolates are worth rupees 480. So how much chocolates is worth? This is called as direct variation question. So direct variation question, how we do it? 48%. What is the value if 64% of this value is 480? And what we do? We just cross multiply. And by cross multiplying, what we get? We come directly over this place. We come directly over this place. And this will give me what? 448 into 480 divided by 64. 8 8 ja, 8 6 ja, and 8 60 ja. So it is giving you how much? 360. Is it clear? People, if you could understand, give it a thumbs up. Now, let's continue. To understand this direct variation, see, what we do is, let's say 10 chocolates. 10 chocolates, it is costing me rupees 100. So direct variation, if I say what will be my cost of 7 chocolates. So what we do is we multiply. And when we multiply, it gives us 7 into 100 divided by 10, and that gives you 70. So the percentage follows this method, direct variation. Am I clear with it? We can take another question. Let's say 75% of a number is 450. Find 60% of that number. Now, what I would request, can you give me the answer? If you can, I would be happy. Please go ahead. Okay, let's see. Again, 75%. What I will go is 75%. The value is how much? 450. What I will do? I will find 60%. The value will be what? Cross multiply. And what I will get is 60 into 450 divided by 75. So 15 fours are 15 fives are, and 5 say we have a 90. What will be my answer? It will be 360 only. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Okay. Now, once again, let's take some basic questions, and then you will get a feel of it. It says Reena scores 80 marks in her first test. By how much mark must she improve so that she gets 90 marks as an average. Now see, in the first test, she has scored how many? 80. But in the second test, we don't know. But we know how much marks she has achieved. So it is 80 plus something which we don't know divided by 2, and that gives you 90. So 80 plus question mark is how much? 180. So question mark is equal to how much? 100. So how much she have to improve? She have to improve. She have to get 100 marks. So she has to improve by 20 and over what? 80. So 20 by 80. That means she has to improve 1 by 4, and 1 by 4 means 25%. 1 by 4 means 25%. Is it clear, everyone? Can I have a thumbs up if you are getting it? Okay. Now, please, let's have a theory. When I say 100%, it means 100 upon 100. Or can I say in fraction it is 1 by 1? So we must remember some 50%, which will be 50 upon 100. And that is the fraction is 1 by 2. If we have 33.33%, the fraction is equivalent to 1 by 3. 25%, the fraction is equivalent to 1 by 4. 20%, the fraction is equivalent to 1 by 5. 16.66%, the fraction is equivalent to 1 by 6. 14.28%, the fraction is equivalent to 1 by 7. 12.5%, the fraction is equivalent to 1 by 8. 11.11%, the fraction is equivalent to 1 by 9. 10%, the fraction is equivalent to 1 by 10. These are the basics which you must have. Okay. So when I wrote 1 by 4, I certainly meant what? It is 25%. Am I clear, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you have understood. Okay. Now in the percentage, you will have to understand one basic thing, and that is, please, change of base in percentage. Now what do we mean by change of base? Now understand, suppose a man's salary is 10,000. If its a salary increased by 10%, that means his salary will increase by how much? 10% of 10,000, and that will be 1,000. So how much his new salary will be? His new salary will be 11,000, because that 1,000 will get added to this 1,000, and now he will be getting 11,000. Suppose once again he gets a raise of 10%. So can we say this 1,000 will come over here? No. Now the base for percentage, base for calculation, percentage calculation is this 11,000. So 10% of 11,000, and it will be how much? It will be 1100. That is 1100. Now, when we add it, what he will be getting in the next year is 12,100. Is it okay, guys? Did you get my point? So from 10,000, the base of calculation shifted to this 11,000. Is it clear? People, is it okay? So now base change. Let's say we take a question. Rahul scored 75 marks in the first internal and 90 marks in the second internal. By how much percentage Rahul's performance improved? So understand, from 75 he moved to 90. So there is always a plus of how much? 15 marks. Now the base of this calculation is what? He has improved from 75. So base will always be here. 15 by 75. What it will be? 1 by 5. Now just now we gone through what 1 by 5 refers to. 1 by 5 refers to 20%. So Rahul's performance has improved by 20%. Is it clear? Is it clear, people? If you are understanding it, please give it a thumbs up. Okay. In a cricket match, Dravid scored a century with 13 boundaries and 3 sixes. Now, there can be many questions asked on this statement. Example, how many runs he has scored by running? What percentage of runs he has scored by running? What percentage of runs did he scored by boundaries? Okay, so what I will be asking is, what percentage of runs he has scored by running, let's say. This is my question. So understand, 13 boundaries means 13 into 4, 52 runs. And 3 sixes means 3 into 6, 18 runs. So can I say 70 runs he has scored through boundaries? So if he has scored 70 runs through his boundaries in 100 in a century, that may be 30 runs through running, either through ones, either through twos, or either through threes. So can I say out of 30, out of 100, 30 runs has been scored through running. So how many runs he has scored through running? 30%. And if the question would have been, how many runs, how much percentage he has scored through boundaries? And that would have been 70%. Clear? A very simple question I would like to say to you. And this is rather a silly question, but I would really appreciate if you rather would answer me. If x is equal to 3y, just give me what percent of x is y? What percent of x is y? Anyone? See, the answer is hidden into this statement. Just go ahead. What we can write, please? X is equal to 3y. That will be x by 3 is equal to y. And we can write x into 1 by 3 is equal to y. And 1 by 3 means what? I have just given you 1 by 3 is equivalent to what? 33.33%. Isn't it? Is it okay? Thank you. Thank you for answering. Now see the next question. That is, after selling 35% of apples, a fruit vendor has 260 apples left. How many did he have originally? How many did he have originally? Now see, he sold 35%. That means, can I say remaining will be 65%, isn't it? So when remaining is what? 260. Can I say 65%, the value is 260? Then 100%, since I have to know how much he originally have, 100% is equal to what? Cross multiply. And that will be 100 into 260 divided by 65. 65 fours. So how many did he had originally? And it is about 400. Is it clear, guys? Once again, let's go to the next question. The next question says, "40% of a number is 80. What is 30% of 1/4 of the number?" So the question is, 40% of a number is 80. So 40% of a number, let's say it is x, is 80. And what will be the value of x? It will be 200, isn't it? 40 into 2, 100 into 2, and it will 100 multiplied by 2, and it will give you 200, isn't it? So 30% of 1/4 of that number. Bahut acha. So what you can do is 200 and 1/4 of this number, and also 30% of this number. So what we have, and to say it will be 15. Is it clear, everyone? Is it okay? Is it okay, people? So let's go to another number. Out of 75 natural numbers, what percent of them out of, go with the first 75 natural numbers, what percent of them have 4 in the units place, or in the tens place. Okay. Now see, coming 4, coming of 4 in the unit or tens place. Now 4 will come in the units place in how many places? So it will be 0, 4, 14, 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, and 74, isn't it? So it will be 0, 4. So 4 is coming at unit place in these many places, isn't it? So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 places. Tens places, coming of 4 in the tens place. So it is 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. How many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a total of 18 numbers out of 75 percentage. So this is 25 4 ja, 25 3 ja, 3 6 ja, and what will we get? We will get 24% of the numbers have what? Have 4 in the units place or 4 in the tens place. Is it clear, guys? Is it okay? Go ahead. Now, let's say the population of a town was 1 lakh. Three years ago. If okay, a simple example of this one. Just after this question, we will deal with it. Just go ahead with this question. If it increases by 10%, 20%, and 25% in 3 years, then present population is so what is the present population? Now see, what we can do is we can do it in many ways. So first we will look at 1 lakh or 100,000. So 10% increase. 10% means removing 1 0 and we will get 10,000. So this is 10,000 addition and we will get 1,10,000. Again an increase of 20% plus 20%. So 10% is 11,000, 20% is 22,000. So when you add, what you get is 1,32,000. Again, 25% increase. That means 10% is 13,200. So 25% means 1/4 of this. So let's find out what is 1/4. So divided by 4, what we will get? 4 3s are 12, 4 3s are 12, and 33,000. So what we will get over here is 1,65,000. 1,65,000. And you can attempt this question like this also. See, it is 100,000 or 1 lakh, whatever you may say. 10% increase means making it 110%. 20% increase means making it 120%. And 25% increase means making it 125%. Now, 1, 2. 1, we have 4 zeros. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. So the question now has turned 10 into 11 into 12 into 125. So 12 into 125. 12 into 125 is how much? So 12 5s are 60. 12 5s are 60. Carry forward is 6. 12 12s are 144 plus 6. That is 150. So 125 into 12, it will give me 1,500. Into 10, it will be a 15,000, and multiplied by 11. So multiplied by 11 gives you 0 0 0. 11 5s are 15. Carry forward is 1. 11 5s are 55. Carry forward is 5. Sorry. 11 1s are 11 and 5. 16. So you got your 1,65,000. Is it clear? So there are two methods. You can go both ways. Now, this question, one of you have asked me for a simple example. So let's go with it. Suppose I have natural numbers 1 2 3 4 and till 40, and in the units place I have to find 4. So where I will get 4 in 4, 14, 24 and 34. Units place, this is your tens place, isn't it, guys? And tens place, in tens place, where I will get 4? So it will be only one, and that is 40. Are you getting me? So how many numbers I have got? 1 2 3 4 5. Out of 40 numbers, only 5 has 4s. So 5 by 40 into 100. It is 8 ja, 4 se 2 ja, and we have 25. And 25 by 2 is how much? 12.5%. I hope now I am clear. Is it okay? Mr. Vijay? So let's go to the next question. In an election, the winning candidate got 58% of the total valid votes. If he got 1600 votes, more than the other candidate, and $100 votes were declared invalid, find the number of votes. Find the number of votes cast. Now always remember, with votes we always cast our vote or we poll our vote. These two verbs go in case of votes. Okay, we never give our vote. Okay, understand, vote is always casted or vote is always polled. That's why we have a polling booths where we go and put our votes, isn't it? So always go with this. Now see, sorry, let's clear this. And 58% of the total valid votes. Understand this by a graph. Okay, let's say if this is my total votes, then two things will happen. First, here we will have people who voted and people who couldn't vote. Now let's say we are having election. We are having an election of local corporator, and somebody who might have gone to US for online job for 5 years, he might not come for this issue. So he will be counted at people who couldn't vote. Okay. Now let's say we have 1,000 votes. 900 people voted and 100 couldn't vote. So it will be always 100%. 90% voted and 10% not voted. So we will always consider this. In this, we will face the problem of valid votes, invalid votes. So let's say we have 700 valid votes or 600 valid votes, 300 invalid votes. So again, you see 66.66% votes out of 900 is valid, and 1 by 3, that is 33.33% is invalid. In this valid votes, we will have our winner and we will have our loser. Okay, so understand this. Now, this is your step 1, this is your step 2, this is your step 3. It may happen that total votes will come over here. All the people have voted and there are 0 people who could not. So this can happen. So now let's see the question. The question says, just give me a minute. The winning candidate got 58% of the total valid votes. He got 1600 votes more than the other candidates, and 100 votes were declared invalid. Find the number of votes cast. So all the people have voted. So whatever we got over here is all people vote. Okay. Now understand. 58% of the valid votes the winner has got. So when he gets 58% votes, can I say the loser might have got how much? 42%. Then only it will make sum of 100%. Are you getting me? And difference between them is 16%. So this 16%, this 16% is how much? So this 16% is equal to 1600. Now see, he got 1600 more than the other candidate. So can I say 100% will be what? Cross multiply. And this will be 100 into 1600 divided by 16, and that gives you 100. And this will be your 10,000 votes. Now 10,000 were valid votes. We had invalid votes of 100. So total votes is how much? Total votes is 10,000 and 100 votes polled. Is it clear, everyone? Now see, a boy scored 93% in his exam. If he scored 84 marks less than the maximum marks, thank you. I hope I have cleared your concept. MPSC concept. If he scored 84 marks less than the maximum marks, what is the maximum marks? Now see, 93% he has scored. That means, can I say 7% he has not scored? And 84 marks less than maximum marks. So that 7% is what? Your 84 marks. So can I say 100% is what? Cross multiply 100 into 84 by 7. So maximum marks is what? 1200. If someone says, what is the 93%? How much marks he has scored out of total? So what we will write is 1200 into 93 upon 100. That is 93 12s. And 12 3s is 36. Carry forward is 3. 12 9s 108. And so out of 1200, he has scored 1116. See, this is 84 marks difference. Are you getting it? Is it clear? Now, again, a very important question is this. Please have a look. Value of a car depreciates at 25% per year. If the initial value is 4 lakh, find the value after 3 years. Now see, depreciates means what? 100 rupee will get converted into 75. So it is minus, and it will be 100 minus 25, that is 75. So in the same way, 4 lakh will depreciate into something different, and it can be given as, so the value realized here is only 75%. Did you get my point? So in the same way, we can say 4 lakh multiplied by 75 by 100 into 75 by 100 into 75 by 100. Most shortcut. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. We have 1 1. 5 2s, 5 15s, 2 2s. So it is 75 into 30. 75 square into 30. Now 75 square, we know what it is. 5625 multiplied by 30. So let's put a 0 over here and make it triple. So it is 0. 5 3s are 15. Carry forward is 1. 3 2s are 6. 1 7. 6 3s are 18. Carry forward is 1. 5 3s are 15 and 1 16. So your value will be 1,68,750. 1,68,750. You can do it, and again I have given you one more method, and that is this method. 4 lakh minus 25%. So 25% of this will be your 1 lakh. Isn't it? 1/4 of this value. So 1 lakh, and this is minus. So the value now become 3 lakhs. Again, minus 25%. Minus 25% means, now see, 1/4. 4 say, so it is 75,000. So the value now is 2,25,000. Again, minus 25%. So minus 25% is how much? 10% is double to 500. That is 22,500. 20% will be 45,000. And 5% of this will be 11,250. So 45 plus 11 is 56. Isn't it? 56,250. So 56,250 you have to subtract. So 56,250 I have to subtract 0, 10, 5, 9 minus 2 is 7. Here it will be 4. So 14 minus 6 is 8. And here we have 11 minus 21 minus 5 is 16. So it is 1,68,751. Is it clear? So this method also can be used. This method also can be used. Here in depreciation, if you are subtracting, if you are depreciates by 25%, that is always minus. So 100 minus 25%, you will have to put 75% over. Here we will always have to calculate by putting 25% negative. This is the difference in both the methods. Am I clear? Again, go to the next question, and it says 5,000 voted in an election. 5,000 voted in an election between two candidates. Between two candidates. 14% of the votes were declared invalid. The winner won by a margin of 300 votes. Find how much the winner got. This is your question. Can you please attempt it? I'm giving you 5 minutes for it. Can you please attempt it? Go ahead. Now see, 5,000 have voted. 14% of the votes were declared invalid. So can I say out of 5,000, 14% invalid? So can I say 86% is valid? Isn't it? So let's find out 86% first. 86% of 500 is how much? 5,000. So it will be 5,000 into 86 upon 100, 0000 cancelled. So it is 860 into 5. 860 into 5. And that is 0, 5, 6 is 30, 3, 5, 8 is 40, and 3, 43. So total valid votes is 43. Now the winner has got 300 votes. So first I will cancel 300 votes. Whatever the remaining is 4,000. So 2,000 will go to winner and 2,000 will go to loser. Did you get my point? So winner received how many votes? 2,300 votes. And loser got how many votes? 2,000 votes. And with that, we can also find out invalid votes, and invalid votes is 700. Is it clear, everyone? Now see, I will give you a concept, and that is known as concept of increase and decrease. Concept of increase and decrease. Now see, the concept of increase and decrease is based on some pattern of questions. That pattern I will writing the question first, and then we will discussing about it. So let's go. Price of petrol has increased by 20%. By how much percent a student must decrease his consumption of petrol so that his monthly budget remains the same. This is your question. Now understand. Let me discuss it first. Now see, let's say the price of petrol is 100. This is your old price. New price has become how much? 120, because it has been increased by 20%, that is plus 20. Now to control his budget, suppose that guy was getting rupees 100 petrol. So he will use the same amount, 100 rupees. So how much less petrol he will get now? because it is 120 rupees per liter, he will get petrol of rupees 20 less. And the base for calculation is how much? 120. So 20 by 120, it means what? 1 by 6. And I have already given you 1 by 6 is what? 16.66%. One by 6 is what? 16.66%. Go ahead. Now see. Same. This can be again explained. Let's say 100 rupee petrol price, let's say increased by 10%, 110. The person is going to buy 100 rupees petrol only, so he will get 10 rupees petrol less on the price 110. So this is what? 1 by 11, that is he will have to consume 9.09% petrol less. So again, let's increase it. 100 rupees petrol, we have already got 20%, so we will go with 25% now. Say it says 25%. The price now is 125, but he is adamant on buying 100 rupees petrol. So 25 रुपए का पेट्रोल इसको कम मिलेगा. On which rate? 125. That is what? 1 by 5. He will get 20% less petrol. Again, let's say by 30% the price has risen. So 130. He is adamant on buying 100. So he will get 30 rupees petrol less on the rate 130. So 3 by 13. And 3 by 13 is what? 1 by 13. The value for 1 by 13 is 7.69%. So 3 by 13, let's multiply. It will be 23.07%. Okay. Now, one thing you must note over here, and that is the price has risen by 10%, that is 1 by 10. And the petrol consumption has decreased by 1 by 11. In 1 by 5, 20%, the petrol price we have 1 by 6. In 25%, we have 1 by 4. The petrol he has received less is by 1 by 5. And in 30%, it is 3 by 10, and it has become 3 by 30. So this question can be categorized it if we increase the price by P by Q, we will get less by P by Q plus P. We will have to reduce our consumption by P by Q plus P. And that we will convert into percentage. Is it clear? Is it clear now, everyone? Hello guys, is it clear? Now see this. If you understood this, you can answer this question very easily. And what it is? Let's say the price of coffee has increased by 40%. By how much? Sorry, by how much must a housewife decrease her consumption of petrol so that her monthly budget remains the same. Now check 40%. 40% is 40 by 100, that is 2 by 5. The price has increased by 2 by 5. So the consumption will have to decrease by 2 by 5 plus 2. That is 2 by 7. Now 1 by 7, the value goes 14.28. So 2 by 7 will be what? 28.56. That is the only thing which you have to look for. Isn't it? Is it clear, guys? So reverse of this is, reverse of this is, suppose the price first decreases. So how much more a person will get for the same price? Suppose, let's say 100 rupee price has decreased by 10%. What will happen? The new price will be 90, but he is adamant on buying 100 rupee. So what he will get? He will get 10 rupee more product for the rate 90. So it is 1 by 9. So what has happened? 1 by 10 has become 1 by 9. When the price was increasing, it was 1 by 11. So a comparative study will be what? If the first is increase and then we have to get less, 1 by 10 became 1 by 11. But if the price first decrease and then we had to get more product for the same price, if it was 1 by 10, it became 1 by 9. Similarly, if it was P by Q, increase of P by Q, the decrease was obviously P by Q plus P. But if the increase or decrease is of P by Q, then the increase was P by Q minus P. This is the difference. This is the difference. Here the price is increasing first and we are getting less commodity. Here the price is decreasing first and we are getting more commodity. So price increase, less product in percentage. Here price decreased, more product in percentage. Is it clear? Now, अब अगर आप देखोगे तो इसको आपको सिर्फ ऐसे सॉल्व करना है. ध्यान से देखिए. The question says price of a commodity increased by 25%. By how much percent a student must decrease his consumption so his budget remains the same. 25%, you know, 1 by 4, isn't it? So one increase of 1 by 4 means a decrease of how much? 1 by 5. That is 20%. Just you will have to use this. if the reverse case happened, let's say price of a product decreased by 25%, by how much percent a student will increase his consumption so that his budget remains the same. Now, the price has decreased by 1/4. So it will have to increase by 1/4 minus 1, that is 1/3. And 1/3 is what? 33.33%. Did you get my point, everyone? Is it clear? Is it okay? Now, let's go to a few more examples. A runner decides to run the same distance in 1/4 less time than he usually takes. By how much percent he will have to increase his speed. Now see, a runner decides to run the same distance. Let's say if this is the D distance, he is running with S speed in T time. Same distance in 1/4 less time. So 1/4 less time is what? Can I say T minus 1/4 T or a T/4? So this will be your 3T/4. So 3/4 T, that means a reciprocal of this would be the speed, yani ke 4/3 S. Then only this 3 and 4 will get cancelled. Na? So he will have to increase his speed by how much? So 4S/3 minus S, that is 1/3S. And 1/3 means how many? How much? That is 33.33%. 33.33%. That is only you have to analyze. Is it clear now, everyone? Hello? Is it clear, guys? You can write it in the chat box. Let's go to one of the most important questions, many of the questions. It is percentage related with the Venn diagram. In a class, 80% have passed English. 70% passed in Hindi, and 10% failed in both. If 144 students passed both the exams, what is the total strength of the class? Now see, 80% have passed in English, 70% passed in Hindi. Is it clear? And 10% failed in both, and 144 students passed. What is the total strength of the class? Okay. So, please let's study this. Let's say I have, this is my universe. Always remember, this is my universe. And universe is always equal to A plus B plus C plus D. Now, passed in English, passed in, this will be passed in both. So, pass in English will be A plus B. Pass in Hindi will be B plus. Passed in both will be B. And failed in both will be C. And ideally, universe should always be of 100%. Now understand. 70% passed in Hindi, 80% passed in English, and 10% failed in both. 10% failed in both. That means it is what? 160%. Isn't it? So it is 160%. So what I will get over here? This is your A plus B. This is your B plus C. And this is your D. ध्यान से देखो. This is your AB. This is your sum of B and C. And this is your D. So A plus B plus B plus C plus D is equal to 160 degrees. But leave this B and go. This is your 100%. So B plus 100% is equal to 160%. So B is equal to how much? It is 60%. Now 144 students passed both the exams. So 60% is equal to 144. So 100% is equal to what? Cross multiply. 100 into 144 by 60. 0 से 0. 6 से 6 2s are 12. 224. 6 4s are. Your answer will be how much? 240. Your answer will be how much? 240. Are you getting it, guys? Hello? Is it clear, everyone? Let's go to the next question. A student has to secure 40% marks to pass. He gets 150 marks and fails by 30 marks. The question is saying, what is the maximum marks? What is the maximum marks? Now understand. To pass, he should either get 40% or he should either get 150 plus 30, that is 180 marks. So can I just say 40% is equal to 180? So 100% is equal to what? And cross multiply. So 180 into 100 divided by 40. This gives you 25 into 18. And 25 into 18 is how much? 18 5s are 90. Carry forward is 9. 18 to the 36 plus 9. It is 450. What is the maximum marks? 450 only. Is it clear, guys? I am giving you one simple question. Please try to attempt it. 20% of 5 plus 5% of 20 is equal to what? Give me the answer. 20% of 5 plus 5% of 20 is equal to how much? You can write it in your chat box. I am giving you a minute or two. Yes, please. Anyone? Now see, 20% is what? 1 by 5. 1 by 5 of 5 is 1. Similarly, 5% is what? 1 by 20. 1 by 20 of 20 is again 1. So 1 plus 1, it will be what? Ideally, 2. Are you getting it, guys? Is it okay? Let's move. If the length of a rectangle is increased by 30%, and the width is decreased by 20%, then the area is increased by C. If the length of a rectangle is increased by 30% and the width is decreased by 20%, then the area is increased by how much? Suppose we are going to solve it by this method. This is my length, this is my width. What I will do, I will take one convenient unit, and that is 20 and 5. So 20 is the length and 5 is the breadth. Now, length is increased by 30%. So new length will be had what? 30% of this is 6. So 26. And new breadth will be what? It is decreased by 20%. So can I say 5? And 20% of 5 is 1. So it becomes your 4. So what will happen? The area here was 20 into 5, that is 100 square units. Here it is 26 into 4. And 26 into 4 is how much? So it is 104 square units. So from 100 we are moving to 104. That means 4 upon 100. That is 4%. 4 upon 100, and that is 4%. Is it clear, everyone? Hello? Is it okay, people? So let's go to the next question. Again, it is a very beautiful question. A person runs from A to B. A person runs from A to B. He has to take 1/5 of the time less to reach B, less to reach B. When compared to running at normal speed, okay. Now read the question one more. A person runs from A to B. He has to take 1/5 less time to reach B when compared to running at normal speed. Now the question again says, by what percent should he increase his speed? By what percent should he increase his speed? Again, ध्यान से देखें, d distance s speed से t time में जाता है. This is your usual speed, usual time, d distance. He has to take 1/5 of the time less. 1/5 of the time less, यानी कि t minus 1/5t. That is 4/5t he has to take. Speed क्या करना होगा? Inverse of this unit, यानी कि 5/4t. Sorry, s. 5/4s. 5/4s का मतलब 5/4s minus s क्या हो जाएगा? ये हो जाएगा 1/4s. यानी कि उसको अपनी स्पीड क्या करनी होगी? 25% बढ़ानी होगी, तभी वो 1/5 ऑफ द टाइम लेस जो है ले सकेगा. Is it clear, guys? Hello everyone. Is it clear? Hello. Am I clear, guys? So let's move to another question. And that is, weight of MD and I is 74. Sum of D and I is 46 less than M. I is 60% less than D. What is D's weight? What is D's weight? Now see, it is from this statement we have M plus D plus I is equal to 74, isn't it? Now the question again is saying, second statement, D plus I is 46 less than M. So m minus 46 d plus I is m minus 46, isn't it? Now थोड़ा ध्यान से देखिएगा, d plus I is m minus 46 and one more, I is 60% less than d. I is 60% less than d. So can I say I is equal to 40% of d? So I is equal to 0.4 d. I is equal to 0.4 d. अब ध्यान से देखिए, यहां से अगर हम देखते हैं di की वैल्यू m minus 46 करते हैं, यहां से हमें m पता चल जाएगा। ध्यान से देखिए, मैं इसमें और इसमें बात कर रहा हूं। So it is m plus m minus 46 is equal to 74. I am replacing this di with m minus 46. So twice m is equal to 74 plus 46, and that is 2m is equal to 120, or m is equal to 60. M is equal to 60. Now d plus I is equal to 60 minus 46, or d plus I is equal to how much? 40. I की वैल्यू कितनी है? 0.4 d. So d plus 0.4 d is equal to 14. That certainly means 1.4 d is equal to 14. That certainly means d is equal to 10. d is equal to 10. अब यहां से आपको m की वैल्यू मिली 60, d की वैल्यू मिली 10 और I की वैल्यू मिली 4. ये आपका, और इसमें आंसर क्या है आपका? आंसर है आपका D. Is it clear, guys? Hello. One of the last questions, let's go through it, and it is m is 30% of q, q is 20% of p, and n is 50% of p. N is 50% of p. Now the question is, what percent of n is m? What percent of n is m? How we are going to do it? So can I write like this? M is equal to 30q by 100. 30% of q. Q is equal to 20p by 100. And n is equal to 50% of p. N is equal to 50% of p. So please, and what percent of n is m? What percent of n is m? What we have to do is we have to find, let's say x% of n is equal to m. So if we have m by n, this will be x upon 100. So let's go to it. What we will get over here? What we will get over here is m by q multiplied by q by p multiplied by p by n, and I will get m by n over here. So m by q is 30 by 100, q by p is 20 by 100, and p by n is 100 by 50. Isn't it? N here, 150 over here. So this 100 cancelled, this cancelled with this 0 cancelled with this. What we have is 3 into 2 by 50, and that is 6 by 50. That, let's multiply both your numerator and denominator by 2, and it will get 12 by 100. So m by n is what? 12%. So what is the answer? It is 12%. Is it clear, everyone? I hope I have cleared your doubts from percentage topic. Now again, I would like you all to join tomorrow for a session on profit and loss. With this note, I am thankful for you all for joining. Have a nice night, everyone. Take care.